A new report shows hotels getting a boost in Golden Valley. In 2019, hotels in that city had an increase in visitors. Eric Nelson has more. Eric?
Yeah, Delane, when it comes to tourism, Golden Valley has become a go-to destination. The city's 2 hotels are part of the reason for an uptick in tourism revenue. Golden Valley's close proximity to the trendy shops at West End and downtown Minneapolis hotspots make it a perfect place to visit.
Location is certainly one of our biggest assets, and we know that. We know that a lot of people are coming here because we are convenient. We have this great, highway system here with 394 and Highway 100 and 169, so that's a beautiful thing for us. Certainly our proximity to Minneapolis.
Hotels such as the Holiday Inn Express and the Ramada by Wyndham saw a bump in 2019 revenue. Part of this is because of an affordability factor. Free parking and nearby bars and restaurants make these places attractive to tourists. According to Discover St. Louis Park, which promotes tourism to the area, visitors at Golden Valley hotels generated more than $6 million in lodging revenues last year. The agency says lodging is 20% of what visitors will spend in a community. That means they likely spent another $25 million on services in Golden Valley. Officials claim that without tourism, many of your favorite businesses and restaurants might not exist.
These areas are go-to places for a few different types of groups. I mean, certainly for meeting planners, corporate groups, for sure. It's an important market with our proximity to the airport, our proximity to Minneapolis and to other things. But it's also a great leisure area. People come here for things to do.
Now, in the past 2 years, Golden Valley hotels got a bounce from marquee sporting events such as the Super Bowl and Final Four. Travel experts say that Golden Valley expects another good year when it comes to lodging in 2020. Delane?
All right, thank you, Eric. Crystal Police squad cars have new license plates that honor officers who have died in the line of duty.
We've had 286 officers that have died in line of duty in Minnesota since we started keeping track of them. And these license plates give us an opportunity to honor the sacrifice of those fallen officers and their family members, and we're honored to have these on our squads.
Crystal Deputy Chief Brian Hubbard serves as president of the Law Enforcement Memorial Association, or LEMA. He says they've lobbied for years for a special plate to benefit LEMA. All 22 Crystal squad cars now have it. To put the plate on your car, there's a $25 one-time contribution and an additional $5 contribution with registration renewal. The funds are used to aid families and departments of fallen officers. Well, some of our area's high school artists are getting recognition on a much larger stage this month. Students from Osseo Senior High won accolades in the Minnesota Scholastic Arts Competition. Neil Percy explains where you can see the award-winning art.
The Gold Key and Silver Key Award winners of 2020 Scholastic Art Awards have been chosen and are on display at the Regis West Gallery at the University of Minnesota. Osseo Senior High School stood out, especially in ceramics and photography. Daniel Prody has been teaching ceramics at Osseo for a decade.
We've just developed the program through the years, through a lot of hard work and a lot of people helping out.
The works on display at the Regis have been selected by a juried panel. Jack White has 2 gold key pieces on display.
One I didn't think was going to get any awards. It just was a piece that I had made and that I had a nice form, but otherwise nothing special. And then the other one I made, it was a 2-piece, and I threw 2 separate pieces. So I threw one on one wheel, and then on another wheel I threw another piece and ended up joining them together for that second piece.
Each of Osseo's Gold Key winners has the chance to advance in competition.
If you got a gold key and your work is displayed down at the Regis, you are going on to represent Minnesota at the regional competition, and depending on how you're selected at the regional competition, you could be invited to the national competition at Carnegie Hall in New York.
Meanwhile,
it's kind of a place that everybody likes to hang out. We just come here and you throw, hang out. All my friends are in the class.
The program at Osseo keeps getting better. From Osseo Senior High School, Neil Persley, CCX News.
The Minnesota Scholastic Art Awards exhibition will be on display at the Regis West Gallery at the University of Minnesota through February 22nd. February is Black History Month, and that means Golden Valley resident Rose McGee is busy sharing her famous sweet potato pie recipe with others. We caught up with Rose during an event at Hennepin Technical College.
I'm standing here talking to you right now, right? Somebody else is making the batter because she stood there and she got it, and so she's now leading that. My work here will be done.
McGee led a group of staff members from Robbinsdale area schools in making the sweet potato comfort pies in the professional kitchen at Hennepin Technical College this week. She shares her recipe for the Southern dessert as a way to provide comfort and talk about race too. This team building event is a way to help prepare for a Black History Month event.
Each of our staff will present pies to their equity champions in their buildings that they work in honor of Black History Month, and our staff will serve pie at our Black History Month celebration this Thursday.
The group made 94 pies, which is the number of years that Black History Month has been celebrated. We'll leave you with more video of the baking, and if you want the recipe, you can check it out on our website, ccxmedia.org.
This is the final week of the regular season in high school boys hockey. Wayzata and Edina are both in Section 6AA and could meet for a fourth time this season in the coming weeks. Round 3 took place Thursday night. It's usually physical when these two teams play. Check out the hit delivered by the Trojans' Per Wagi on the Edina forward. Wayzata takes advantage of a 5-on-3 power play in the first period. Tucker Ness with a one-timer blast for a goal. Jake Keller gets the assist. It's 1-0 Trojans after 1. Second period, and the Hornets steal the puck in the Wayzata end. Jimmy Clark passes to Will Johnson. Back to Jackson Borst for the quick shot and goal. The game is tied 1-1. And that's the way it would stay the rest of the night. Edina goalie Loudon Hogg finishes the night with 28 saves. And at the other end, Garrett Bonello makes 21 for Wayzata. This game ends in a 1-1 tie. The playoffs start as soon as Tuesday in some sections. The Trojans' first game will be on Thursday night. Qualifying for the state gymnastics meet is going on at section meets across the state this week. Section 5AA is home to a handful of local teams. That section meet took place Thursday night at Champlin Park High School. Let's start on the floor exercise. Park Center's Annika Lee scores a 9.65, winning the event and tying the school record for the floor, part of a big night for her. We go to bars next. Maple Grove's Nadia Abbott wins the event with a score of 9.575. Champlin Park's Emma Saxa also qualifies for state in bars. On vault, Champlin Park's Kanisha Lasse scores a 9.425, she takes third place and qualifies for state. Sasha Thompson of Maple Grove makes state in 3 events, including the vault. Park Center's Lee wins the vault as well and scores a 9.675 with that effort. Pirates Jr. also wins the beam with a 9.55 score. Lee is the all-around champion with a score of 38.425, setting a new school record. Elk River wins the team title, advancing to state with Maple Grove in second. Here's what 2 local state qualifiers had to say after the meet.
I wasn't expecting this much. I just wanted to have fun. Just a lot of fun with my team since my seniors from my team, they're leaving. I just wanted to have one more meet with them.
This was like one of the most stressful section meets for me because it's my last one. But I'm just super happy with the outcome and I just had a lot of fun. I'm excited for state this year.
In girls basketball, Heritage Christian Academy is alone in first place in the Minnesota Classical Athletic Association. The Eagles, ranked 9th in Class A, hosted Pact Charter School in the conference game Thursday night. Eagles senior guard Kirsten Robbins has the hot hand in this game. She hits a 3 for the first points of the game. Later, it's Robbins in transition, and she takes this one all the way for a layup. Robbins scores 12 of her team's first 13 points. It's 13-0 Heritage. Taylor Shuck drops the pass in to Jordan Allen, who scores off the glass. The Eagles continue to pile up the points. Robbins gets a steal, and she heads back the other way for another layup. Robbins nets 24 first half points. And right before halftime, it's Shuck with a quick release on a three-pointer that beats the buzzer. Heritage leads 41-2 at the half on the way to a 68-9 win over Pact. Also in the MCAA conference, West Lutheran hosted Legacy Christian. Off a missed Warriors shot, Maya Bradamus rebounds for Legacy, and she attacks, scores on the layup. Legacy leads by 7 in the second half. Off an inbounds play, Megan Spencer passes to Hannah Compton for 2 more as the Lions try to pull away. West Lutheran, though, keeping it close. The pass into the block, and Megan Sherwood scores off the glass. Later, the Warriors get a turnover, and Ellie Fritzie scores on the fast break, and West Lutheran is back to within 6 points. But it's not enough. Legacy leads throughout the second half. They win this low-scoring game. 31-21 is the final.